Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Welcome to another morning episode of your favorite morning show, WEPA in the Morning. Today, we are brought to you by Cafe Bustelo and Arturo Fuentes Cigars, baby.
There it is. Welcome. Did you get that from my house?
Cuz I'm on Cafe Bustelo right now. This is a liquid cocaine.
Cuz Cafe Bustelo, yeah, it's literally, man, it's like I think that there were people that were wrongfully accused of being cocaine addicts in the 80s and 90s when they were really just on that Bustelo.
Cuz why is the name Bustelo? Why is Banco Popular and the word Bustelo so funny to me right now? Why is Bustelo a funny word?
Because Fiesta Mobleys are just funny. That's why.
It's Friday and Chris is going wild. This is your wildest morning show. WEPA in the morning.
Yeah.
Wow, do we got a show for you? We're going to have a guest, and that guest is going to be Debo.
Yeah, we got Captain James DiBernardo, your pilot flying the friendly skies of Ridgewood, Queens. And it's going to be great. He's going to come on at the end of the show to present our Squeak of the Week, which is a wild one today. So let's see if Debo can figure out how to use technology.
Yeah, I mean, the kid is still mentally in 1986 because that was the last time the Mets won the World Series, and the kid just kind of mentally checked out after that, hence why he got a job working the bags at JetBlue.
Yeah, he asked me if he could if he was allowed to wear things with logos because he has on a Met shirt, and I said, no problem, guy, no problem. I mean, we're doing a show on our laptops, so you can do whatever you want, babe.
Because do you think he asked that question because he Googled last night what you got to do to be a guest on a TV show, and they said sometimes you got to be careful of logos because of copyright issues, and he just wanted to sound smart.
You want to sound smart, and I had to warn him in the group chat to not say certain words that seemed to be okay to say in Ridgewood. I said, Bubba's, you can't say those things on our show, and he said, okay.
Yeah, you can't say those things. Let the host say them. Chrissy started the show with one. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, just let us do our job. We'll say the inappropriate stuff for you.
Yeah, for you. It's what it is. So we got a wild show today. A lot of things been happening in the news. Dr. Fauci's been disproven.
Yeah, Cuzzy, you sent me a conspiracy video yesterday, and your evidence for that it was right was that it was taken off YouTube. So yeah. I don't know. It could be true. It could be not be true. Who cares anymore? Reality is a suggestion.
Yeah.
Fauci could be Janet Reno. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it was called the Plandemic, and the reason why I want to bring it up immediately is because I posted an Instagram video the other day, an Anxiety Tuesday Instagram video, and I want to say close to 100 DMs over the past 48 hours of people telling me that Dr. Fauci is a crook and a criminal and to watch this video. And then I tried to watch it and they took it off YouTube. And then I watched it again yesterday. One of my friends got it to me yesterday and I watched it. And it's like, I don't believe any of it, but it's like they become as convincing, the Plandemic people become as convincing as the news, because you can find holes in both their stories. So to me, the biggest problem in all this is the media. I do believe that they are starting to feel a little bit to me like the enemy now, where I'm like, when you have a guy like Chris Cuomo to Tucker Carlson to fucking Rachel Maddow to Don Lemon, I don't care about what any of you guys have to say at all. Get a scientist on, ask them questions, and then turn it off. But when we get into this very dangerous game about, hey, Chris Cuomo's opinion of the virus, and then that sways millions of people, it's like, what? Chris Cuomo, what are you talking about, dude? You should be working at a Gold's Gym, which is bankrupt.
Yeah, I mean, the first stage of the news becoming a problem is when they started 24-hour news. Thank you, Ted Turner, for CNN. And then they just fucking talk ad nauseum. The second thing is like, yeah, we just got to admit that I guess news for profit, news based on ad dollars is inevitable and fine or whatever. But subscription-based news and public news have to become a priority again in this country. You can't just have fucking news sold to you by McDonald's, because all these news people are just trying to get ratings, guy. It's become fiction because, as we know, fiction sells better than reality. That's why Chrissy likes to spice it up, because reality is fucking boring. You know what we did today? Nothing. But if you ask Chrissy what he did today, he's going to say, guess what, guy? I got herpes 16 times. I banged a guy. I was in Houston. I blew the pilot. I got a G.I. Joe figure in my ass, and I don't believe in coronavirus. Because it's just a better headline.
Because it's like, listen, if they want to...
Cafe
Bustelo, because if they want to start, if they want with all their, if the news and the media wants to say, all their lives, and I'm like, you know what? So they want to live in a reality and pump that out as their own reality. Well, I'm going to live in my own reality too then. So it's what it is. And yeah, I agree with 100%. You know what? I know in the morning video I was going against it, but now I'm going to just say here on record, I believe more in the pandemic. I'm team pandemic, and I think Bill Gates is a Nazi scientist trying to corrupt the world, and I think Dr. Fauci invented AIDS.
Yeah, I don't know who this Dr. Fauci guy is. I mean, apparently he's been doing this for 40 years, bipartisan through different presidents or whatever, and for some reason nobody brought up being him a crisis actor or a shill, but now he's a crisis actor and a shill. Guess what? I believe it. He's a crisis actor and a shill. Just like everybody else and every scientist, you guys are crisis actors. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. You guys are SAG. Your members are SAG.
Your members are SAG. Yeah, good call. Members of SAG. Anyone on a ventilator who died of this virus, you're just crisis actors. I don't believe you.
Yeah, and you tell me, you could sit there, Chrissy, and you could, with your little new pompadour, you got a pompadour again, you could sit there and tell me until the cows come home that your friend Lukash is a doctor. I know a fucking Dachau concentration camp survivor when I see one. Yes. That kid is from World War II. He's been reanimated by DNA that was used by the Chinese that cloned him, and he's pretending to be a doctor because there's nobody in the hospitals. They're empty.
They're empty. Yeah, Lukash is a Nazi experiment. He was fucking taken in Dachau in the 40s, and it was an experiment.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell him he's got a medical degree all you want, but nobody with that face knows how to get through medical school. All they knew how to do is eat ants to survive for protein while they're in a camp.
Yeah, it's what it is. Cannon fodder.
Because it's Friday, you got a new haircut. You did an illegal thing. You went into a guy's you did an illegal thing, but a very Brooklyn thing. You went to a guy's base. Now you can say you're one of the only guys in the country who, when he works out, goes to a guy's mother's garage, and when he gets his haircut, he goes to his barber's garage.
Yeah, I went to, and also his mother's garage. So I exercise in my friend's mom's garage, and I get haircuts in my other friend's mom's garage. And I just want to shout out Mr. Joey P on Instagram, who I posted the picture, and then immediately he wrote, I want you to come in my immune system. So shout out Mr. Joey P for saying that. So it made me laugh hard.
Because
we got to get him on. We got to get him on to present awards too, Mr. Joey P.
Yeah, can somebody just make a meme for us and throw it on our Patreon and put Joey Camasta's face in the $3 bill?
Yeah, you know what? That's one of the most screwed in things you ever had. If Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Alexander Hamilton, and now Joey Camasta, they deserve faces on our currency.
He deserves to be on the $3 bill because if there's anyone who's a president of $3 bills, it's Joey Camasta.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, listen, that pandemic video, I mean, the only thing I will say, it is interesting. This is just one thing that is interesting. It's like algorithms, if you Google right now, pandemic, it may be taken off. All these big companies are scrambling to take it off. But if you Google how to make a bomb just like ISIS did, you'll find like 10,000 videos of how to make ISIS bombs. But if there's a video saying, hey, don't put a mask on, it lowers your immune system, it's taken off immediately. So what do you have to say to that?
All I have to say is to whatever surveillance companies are listening that were hired by the government through private contracting, my friend Chris is just being jestful. He has never Googled how to make a bomb.
Yeah, I've never Googled how to make a bomb.
No, he's never Googled how to make a bomb, but he won't. If he's feeling like Chrissy Clarice, he won't hesitate to tell you which comedians throw bombs on a nightly basis.
Yeah, there's a few of them on Netflix right now. Yeah. So no, but it's just, I just always thought that was interesting. Where it's like, that's just a thing that I thought was interesting. But I mean, what can you do? Listen, Tom Hanks is a pedophile. We know that on this show, and it's just what it is. Yeah, I fully went to the other side now.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to disprove the fact that Tom Hanks isn't a pedophile. So I'm going to go ahead and jump on that speculation as well. Dr. Fauci's a crisis actor. Tom Hanks is a pedophile. And you know what? What's your name? Michelle Wolf's a guy.
Yeah, it's a guy. And Nancy Pelosi created the coronavirus. These are all facts. And Bill Gates is, in fact, a Nazi scientist. What can you do?
And guess what? To segue into our news guy, into our headlines, not only is Dr. Fauci a Nazi scientist, but according to the Trump campaign, General Flynn, whose conviction has been surprisingly overturned, is being compared to Nelson Mandela. So, I mean, you know, one guy had a meeting with the Russians that was deemed appropriate by the current Justice Department, and another guy, ended apartheid in the country. And, you know, to me, that's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. And I'm sorry that I got distracted for a second because Debo just sent me a text. I'm not a Zoom guy, man. What do I got to do?
Cuz just tell him cross his fingers and push the buttons.
Yeah, he said, I said, let's send you a link. He wrote, I got it.
He's got to figure it out. So that's the big news. The Justice Department has dropped General Flynn's charges.
So is that Tank's good news?
I mean, why the hell? If you're a Republican, or you're not just a Republican, a Trump fan, I guess it is Tank's good news for the day. Yeah,
that's Tank's good news. Cuz let's do that. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, Tank's good news is Flynn's out, and I want to send him a get out of jail cake.
Yeah. So we just knocked out 2 segments in one. So I mean, it's just what it is.
So you said that they called Flynn the new Nelson Mandela. That's what Trump's calling.
The Trump campaign is saying that he's going to be embraced by Republicans like Nelson Mandela. So they're comparing him to Nelson Mandela, which to me it's tomato. I see the similarities.
Yeah. I just it's one of those things where it's like I thought Flynn was in jail. Anybody that's associated with Trump, they automatically always go to jail. So I always thought Flynn was in jail. But if I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I don't really know what Flynn did that was so bad. What did he do? Just coerce with the Russians?
Yeah, supposedly to get the kid out of conversation with the Russians, and it was deemed inappropriate, illegal, or whatever, breaking some fucking law. But then now some emails came out that the FBI was like, talking, some guys in the FBI during the investigation looked like they were kind of like leading, doing some misleading shit. So based on that, they dropped it. Something like
what can you do?
What can you do? I mean, at this point, it's a free for all. It's chaos. I don't know who to believe. I don't know what's going on. It's just fun to talk about. Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, with these stories, that come out because we're such a divided nation, even on the show, like, I don't know what segment, like even that, I thought that was Tank's good news. And then this one, I thought that this was dirtbag news. And then Venetilla said, no, San Antonio passes resolution declaring the term Chinese virus is hate speech. And I thought that was a dirtbag news. Because I was like, why would that be hate speech? It's the Chinese virus. It's from China. But you guys are saying that it's good news. Now, here's the thing. This just shows you how much the pandemic, corona, has been dominating the headlines. Mike lives in San Antonio, and he didn't even know this. Also, I'm pretty sure Floyd Mayweather killed his baby mama. I'm just going to keep bringing that up.
Yeah, he probably did, but it won't matter. I mean, they declassified UFOs, and they're not going to care about Floyd Mayweather's baby mama until we get a coronavirus cure. Yeah.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather's baby mama she's like 40 years old. She just went in her car and she died there. And
it's just what it is.
She was about to sue him and ask for all this money and write this book about him. And she mysteriously died. And it happened like right at the beginning of the pandemic. So again, Floyd Mayweather's proves that his defense is the best offense.
Yeah, it's just what it is. But in Mike's defense, because he's not going to ever see an ad for this, because Mike's not going to ever read anything unless it's an option on a Whataburger menu. So it's just what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a surprise that you can't blame the pandemic. You just got to blame that fast food is back open.
Yeah, because unless it's the number 7 with French fries, I mean, Mike ain't going to see it.
Yeah. So, down in San Antonio, the city council, 11-0, no dissent, has now made it official. If you call the virus the Chinese virus, it's officially hate speech. Now, here's the deal. I do understand that there's a lot of racism happening against Chinese. That is happening.
And
But
it needs to stop happening. That's no good. Don't be racist against them.
It's obviously horrible what's happening in Chinese restaurants, what they got to go through, what people got to go through. The real racism, not jokes, but real racism and discrimination, people not going to restaurants and things like that. That is horrible. But on the other hand, it's like, can you legislate because of the few assholes speech? I mean, you're legislating speech because of a few assholes. So now if I make a joke and call it the Chinese virus, I'm committing hate speech. That is really, really scary that passed 11 is that it passed at all, that it passed 11-0 in the city council. I mean, why don't you just hand Donald Trump another 18 years as dictator?
Yeah, it's very, very true. And it's same thing as the, big companies, big social media companies taking down the pandemic video. You're completely taking away our freedom of speech. And it's like, as this rolls on, yeah, the only thing that's going to happen is these people that hate Donald Trump, that they just continuously push him into office. And then I'm not so sure after 4 more years of Trump, there won't be somebody just like Trump from the Republican camp. That the Republicans will continue to win as long as this is happening. Because I think, especially now, well, as much as, we think like, people are thinking like, oh, the coronavirus, Trump is doing a bad job. I think it's actually awakening more people to what's really going on. Like how we spoke about before, how because we're comedians, we always have to look behind the curtain and we're always like trying to investigate things and see like what's the truth. I think more and more people now are doing that because they're sitting at home in front of their computers with nothing to do. More people are coming out of it being like, wait a second, I don't know if what I've been told is the truth or not. So it's going to be very interesting come November.
You bring up a really good point that, just taking down the video makes the people who believe it as truth, it makes them more suspicious because they're going like, why are you taking it down? This is what you should do. I mean, this is a WEPA in the Morning special right here. Listen to me, Google. Listen to me, Facebook. Listen to me, all the fucking big tech companies. Put a warning on it or put a rating on it. Say, there should be certified news and non-certified news. If you have contrary, do a suggestion at the end of the video, the beginning of the video. Here, watch this that counters this, that contradicts this. This is not certified. We do not consider it news. Do a warning, like a rated R, like something in that vein. Don't take it down. Don't censor anything. This is a free country. I mean,
right.
So I mean, you can't just take shit down. I mean, it is your platform, so I get it. It's your real estate. You can do whatever you want. But you know what? We can still call you fucking fascists.
Yeah, we absolutely can. But it just goes more into Trump when Trump starts to say drain the swamp and all. It just makes the people be like, yeah, because Trump is all these people that you thought were good people. He's getting rid of them because these conspiracy videos that you're ripping down immediately, which are proving more Trump right, you're taking them down immediately. So it makes you start to think, well, what are you hiding, Bubbas? What are you hiding, babe?
Exactly, babe. I mean, you heard it right there from Dr. Fauci. That's what I'm just going to start calling you. I think you're the real Dr. Fauci.
100%, I'm the real Dr. Fauci. Cause now we got for Venetia's birthday present, we got a hot trainer. We found an article of a hot trainer who's going to be running around, who's going to do the New York City Marathon on his hands and feet. And the reason that he's going to do it on his hands and feet is because he wants to do something that people thought was impossible.
Yeah.
So listen, guy, okay, you running around on your hands and feet doing a marathon, it's like, shut up. You are the definition of the segment, shut up and take your shirt off. I mean, guy, there's people dying of this virus left and right. You want to do something impossible? Create a vaccine or a cure for the coronavirus right now. How about that? How about that, Bubs?
Here's a guy who says he wants to show that anything's possible because he's running on his hands and feet in the marathon. Listen, guy, what you're doing is you're showing us an example of something nobody gives a fuck about because your shirt is on. Take your fucking shirt off when you open your mouth, guy. Because you're a cute kid and that's about it. This is all about you. You're bringing attention to yourself. And how disrespectful is this to people who actually have spinal disorders that have to fucking run around on their hands and feet? It's like, guy, stand up and walk upright. Have some gratitude that God made you with 2 legs and a straight back and fucking 6 abs, and take your shirt off so Venetia can move her monkey. It's her birthday.
Yeah, couldn't have been more well said. I mean, it's just the things like this that I just hope people are seeing these articles and getting a little pissed off now. I really hope you guys are at the point now where you're just getting a little agitated. I mean, why is that even news? Why does that guy think that he's doing a good thing by running a New York City marathon on his hands and feet in the middle of a pandemic to do something that's impossible? I mean, why is he not in prison? Can we start, if we are really truly entering into dictatorship, which fingers crossed we are, I want to put guys like that in prison immediately. I mean, if you can go to jail in Texas for saying Chinese virus, why can't you go to jail for saying you want to run the marathon on your hands and feet? I mean, what's the diff, Bubs?
Yeah, let's check in with Swiss Miss. Venetia, answer that question. Why can't we put him in jail?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I want to be very Swiss Miss right now. I think that everybody is different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just, we call Venetia's new name is Swiss Miss because she's Switzerland. She's neutral, so we just call it Swiss Miss or Miss Swiss.
Yeah, it's just everyone's different. Yeah, everyone's different for different folks and different strokes. And now for a Mexican perspective, let's go across the wall to Mike Suarez emoji face. Why can't we put him in jail, Mikey?
Because he's white.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Thank you, guys. That's our Mexican correspondent and our correspondent from Switzerland.
Well, no, those are our international correspondents. Yeah, we have international correspondents on the show now, which is great.
Yeah, that's our international correspondents.
Yeah. Okay. So what else do we got? Oh, the F&B little Franks and Beans news today. It's a funny one. It's just it's Franks and Beans, but it's also just Tank's good news. It's also just happy. A fugitive in England got caught after blowing his cover with a fart. And when you read that segment, you're like, wow, were the Bay Ridge Boys in England? Because if we were going to commit a crime, this is how we would get caught. No?
This is exactly how you get caught. And this may be the funniest news story that happens in 2020. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. The cops were looking for two guys, and one of them fucking gambled and lost. He probably thought it was going to be a silent but deadly. But
Yeah.
make no mistake. I mean, it was an air horn, and that's how he got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah. The pursuing officer said, I was almost out of wind running back. Luckily, the suspect still had some. So the cops got a sense of humor.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, how long are these guys going to be in jail? I mean, if it's literally going to be like, look, I'm just going to get a desk appearance, I'm going to get in and out of prison overnight just for a goof, I would rip a fart and let a cop find me. Yeah,
he said, I heard him letting rip and followed the noises to the bush. So
that's a common phenomenon. My friend who's a cop told me when they would arrest people, like certain people, like people would like shit their pants and piss in their pants in the back of the cop car just as like an FU to the cops. It's actually more common than you think.
Yeah, well, this guy's a prime example of it. I mean, but let's give the pursuing officer props for that joke. He said, I was almost out of wind running. Thank God he still had some.
Yeah.
Hats off to you with your dry British wit.
Your dry British wit. Yeah, he'll probably have a comedy special on Netflix before us. What can you do?
Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Do it with no audience.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
That works great.
Yeah, it works great. Drew Michael Snooze Fest. But a great comic, a really great comic. But you know, it's what happens when you listen to Gerard Carmichael. No, I'm kidding. I'd love to do a special for either one of you guys. But we're on WEPA in the morning here. There are no rules. Reality is suggestion. It doesn't matter. Okay,
I'll just go on the record and say I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do it. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to.
Okay. Let's get to our Work It Girl. It's an exciting work it girl. I love work.
Work it, girl. Do your thing on the runway. Turn to the left. You cannot stop these fierce women. Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, so let's get to our Work It Girl. Women, the headline is from CNN Business. Women are better leaders. The pandemic proves it. There you go. Now, here's the discrepancy. Okay, fine. It's like women are great leaders. I mean, Angela Merkel's a great leader. Hillary Clinton would have been a great leader if she didn't, the problem is Hillary Clinton's the ultimate Clyde Drexler. Is you would have won in any other era, but when you go up against Trump, aka Mikey Jordan, it's just you get Drexler. So Hillary Clinton, President Drexler, unfortunately, just is the wrong era. So you see here, the the line that really kind of made us laugh was just like, you know, you got a headline, Debo, stop sniffing. We can hear you. Mute your camera. It's not time for you yet. Mute it. He doesn't even know how to mute it. Okay.
I don't know how to work this shit.
Bennetti, you brought him in too early.
I'm sorry.
I mean, what are you doing?
Yeah,
okay, Debo, just try. Okay, yeah, Debo's muted. You're coming in a second. I mean, what a fucking squeak. So the article, this article said, you know, women are the best leaders. Pandemic proves it. But then in the article somewhere, it
right
said,
here, top of the
you got
second
it?
paragraph.
Go ahead, read it.
It says, while there is insufficient data to conclude that women world leaders are managing the COVID-19 pandemic more effectively.
Yeah.
Doesn't that remind you of a comedy article you once read?
Yeah, a comedy article I once read. That's why we were just kidding around about Gerard Carmichael before. But one time we read an article from Vulture magazine, and it's not Gerard's fault. It's just the writer's fault. From Vulture magazine, it said top 10 best comedy specials of, I think, 2017. And Carmichael got number one. But the first line of the article was, granted, this wasn't the funniest special of the year. It's like, so then how is it number one, boo-boo?
Yeah, I mean, the media just doesn't care. So you know what? If you're going to continue to play by those rules, we're going to play by our rules. We're going to be and say whatever we want, and whatever's true is what we say is true. I mean, Mikey's old enough. He's the only one who's my age here. Do you remember a day, Mikey? Do you remember a day when you would only see that headline in the National Enquirer? Can you believe that headline is an actual? Are people understanding, or are we so numb and conditioned to just accept those headlines that a headline in CNN actually says the pandemic proves that women are better leaders? That's a real headline that should only be in the National Gazette or in fucking the baby's newsletter. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. The BABI's got a newsletter. Yeah.
I want to finish the show, but I got to admit, I'm excited to get to Debo.
Let's just get to Debo. Forget about the rest of the segments, because make no mistake, we have Captain James DiBernardo, who he's been kind enough to give us a few minutes of his time, and I guess he has allergies because he keeps sniffling. Stop sniffling. We can hear it on the camera. Just Jesus.
Before we get to the squeak of the week, can I ask Debo a couple questions that the people want to know?
Ask Debo a couple questions that the people want to know.
Now, cuz, like, what's been going on? Like, what's your assessment of this COVID-19 thing? I mean, you know, how do we get out of this?
I'm not a doctor, man. I'm just a pilot.
There it is. Yeah.
Can you fly us out of here?
I can fly you within, the confines of the country, but where are we gonna go? You know where to go.
I thought you could only fly girls you meet at bars, but you could fly us too?
Yeah, I can fly you too. I mean, you're actually sitting up this time. You're not laying down.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah, Debo. And then we got a science question. What is the Pythagorean theorem?
Salt.
There it is. Salt. Salt's the answer. All right, cuz. Listen, Jay, I know you got a busy day today. Well, I mean, what are you even doing today? What's going on today?
Well, we had that JetBlue flyover yesterday. I was taking the planes over to Bay Ridge so you and the baby can see it. I rerouted it. Now I got demoted to baggage handler for the foreseeable future. So
Yeah.
I'll be in T5 for the rest of the summer because
You got work today?
Yeah, I got work later.
All right, Bubba's. Yeah, Jamesy. Okay, so what?
Nothing.
Why do you keep sniffling? What do you have, a cold?
I just came out of the shower.
Cocaine last night?
He just came out of the shower. You just came out of the shower. You're still a little wet.
Out of the shower.
Yeah. Okay, listen. Debo, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, so you're our resident squeak. So we're gonna let you present this week's.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, absolutely. You're fucking squeak.
Right.
You're squeaking. You got a big piece.
Thanks, man.
So we want you. Did Venetia tell you who the squeak of the week was?
Yeah, she told me.
Okay, so let's present this week's squeak of the week.
Well, this squeak of the week is the Murder Hornets. Jesus, the Murder Hornets.
Yeah.
My God, that's what beat me out. A bug.
A bug beat you out.
Cuz you're the squeak of the millennium, but the question is, these bugs are big. It's a big bee. Now, if we stood this thing up straight from its back to its head, is it as tall as you?
It's probably hitting my knee, and that's pretty big.
Debo, do you still have nightmares that your teeth are falling out?
No. Then now that you said it, I'm probably gonna have it now. Those things are wild.
Debo always has nightmares that his teeth are falling out
and exploding.
Your teeth fall out and explode?
Yeah, it's. I mean, I am missing one tooth.
Yo, where?
Right here,
Oh, I never knew that. What happened? Who knocked it out?
Vegas, baby.
Yeah. Cuz when you jerk off, do you just scream "Let's go Mets" the whole time?
Well, I'm usually watching the '86 video, so yeah.
Yo, can I ask you a question? Can we every Friday, can we go to Debo and have Debo pick the squeak of the week for us so it's a surprise to us?
Yeah, duh.
Are you in for that?
Yeah, I'm in for that. I got nothing else going for me. No Mets. What am I gonna do?
Nothing. Yeah, I mean, what
This
are
is
you
pretty
doing?
much a highlight. This is pretty much a highlight of my life right now, being a squeak.
How's Middle Village today?
Oh, same thing. I haven't left my house yet. I'll let you know later.
Now, what do you think? What do you think? Did you saw that pandemic video? What do you think? What do you think of Dr. Fauci and the mask? What do you think? You think it's a conspiracy? You believe more in the pandemic versus what the news is saying?
I call that guy Dr. Fucky because that guy's full of fuckery.
Yeah, there it is, Dr.
No
Fucky.
question about it. No
Absolutely.
question about it.
That guy's a wild squeak. He's a squeak of the year. That guy.
I know. He's an ultimate squeak. All right, so Dr. Fucky is the new name for him.
Yeah, definitely Dr. Fucky.
That's what Ridgewood, Glendale, Middle Village is calling Dr. Fauci now, Dr. Fucky. All right. Debo, listen, Bubbas, I'm going to call you later, okay? You were great.
All right, thanks, man.
We'll see you next Friday. Spend all week figuring out who your squeak of the week is. The people want to know. From now on, it's Debo's squeak of the week. We're going to go to you every Friday, and you're going to tell us who it is.
Oh, it's up to me.
And you could find him on Facebook at, what is it, Longfellow Deebs, right?
Yeah.
Longfellow Deebs. Find him on Facebook, fellas.
And here's the thing, Debo.
Guys only, just guys.
If you don't want to do the work, you get lazy that week and you don't figure out who it is, you can always come on and just say, you're the squeak of the week, but you got to tell us something fun. You got to tell us a fun story.
I'm going to have to call my agent about this.
Yeah, call your agent. Yeah, how to fly balls.
Yeah, he's my agent.
All right, do you know how to get out? Do you know how to leave a Zoom meeting?
No, but if you start seeing Pornhub on it, just don't mind me. Right,
there he is. Yeah, just press leave. All right.
Wow. I mean, that's going to be.
I mean, he doesn't know how to leave. Debo can't leave yet. This kid can't leave. Just press there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
what do people want for $5 a month? They're getting Debo.
I mean, how much better do you want it? I mean, not to quote the great Gladiator movie, but are you people not entertained?
Are you not entertained? I mean, because that was Debo with his fat, squeak fucking fingers. I mean, he couldn't figure out how to leave, and it's great.
Okay, guys.
Because Debo, how great is Debo? Doesn't he just make you happy?
Unbelievable. And I want him here every Friday. I think Debo's squeak of the week. We're going to have a Chiron. One of our fans is going to make us a Chiron. We're going to have a little jingle. Put Debo's face. Put Debo's face in something art directed. Send it to Venetia on Fridays. It's called Debo's squeak of the week. We're going to check in with Debo every Friday.
Yeah.
Our favorite pilot.
Because before you bring the baby home, to make sure your crib is up to date, you should just throw Debo in the crib and make sure that it works properly.
Because how tall is Debo? Just so the people know.
Honestly, I'm being serious. Debo, I think he's about 5'3".
Yeah, he's a 5'3". He's a little guy with a big heart, and he's also a pilot, ladies, and apparently guys too.
Yeah. Message him at Longfellow Deebs on Facebook, fellas.
Longfellow Deebs on Facebook. Go follow him. You guys have a great week. We love checking in with you. We hope you love starting your morning with us and Debo and Venetia and Emoji Face. And to take you out, we want to put you in a good mood for the weekend. Oh, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Venetia, make no mistake, she's from Switzerland, but she has a German brain.
Yeah, and I think that was Mikey that fucking slapped it in. They're both screwed in. They're both screwed in. Yeah,
they got Israeli German brains.
Yeah, so thank you, Mikey, for putting that up. Guys, what is it? We got a nice sale, don't we, Chrissy?
We got a nice sale. If you go to historyhyenas.com, click the merch tab, or teespring.com/stores/historyhyenas, using the discount code D1 SCOUNT. We got a great discount all the way through Sunday, so go get your merch right now. We got Baby Gorgeous shirts, Ladder 14 shirts, Smithtown Waters, History Hyena mugs, sweatshirts, t-shirts. We got onesies for the baby, whatever you need. historyhyenas.com. Use the code discount D1 SCOUNT. What was that? We got something from the Weather Girl? Do we have Honey Bubble shirts? No, but the Weather Girl's saying we need to get Honey Bubble shirts. Which do we have those up there yet, Mikey?
They're on the way.
Vanish, what do we got?
They're on their way.
Honey Bubble shirts are on the way. So Honey Bubble shirts will be available very, very soon. We got a nice design coming out for Honey Bubble shirts. And yeah, so get the merch, have fun, and Giannis, you want to take us out with the moment is end today?
Guys, this is just our moment is end. We want you to have a great weekend. Thank you so much for being a fan. Tell friends as always. We love you guys so much. Enjoy your moment is end.
Get some of this. Come on. Yo, man, go to SoundCloud, MDMD. New song, I Go Bye Bye. 6 songs up there right now. Get some of this, baby. Sounds nothing like the band I got on my chest. I Go Bye Bye, SoundCloud, MDMD.
There it is.
Yeah. Wow.
All right,
what an
great.
episode, no?
Great episode. Yeah. All right. Are we signed off?
Hold on. We're done. Bye, guys.